Hello and welcome to the Lund University International Podcast. On the show, you will hear from current students, alumni, teachers, and many more special guests as we explore what it's like to live and study in Lund. My name is Leonie, and I am a third-year biomedicine bachelor student from Germany. Today, we're sharing a truly inspiring story, not a step-by-step guide to Swedish healthcare for international students, but a personal journey that shows us international students can get the care they need when they follow the right steps. Meet Sumaya, studying molecular biology, microbiology, and biotechnology, who came to Sweden for her studies and ended up facing a life-changing health crisis. What started as anxiety and shortness of breath turned out to be a severe heart condition requiring urgent surgery. In this episode, Sumaya walks us through how she navigated the Swedish healthcare system, from making first contacts to receiving world-class care and support from her professors. Her experience is a reminder that even in unexpected situations, help is available, and knowing where to turn to makes all the difference.
Yes.
Welcome to the pod.
Yes. Hi, Leonie. Thanks for having me. And it's nice to see you again.
It's very nice to see you.
You already introduced me. So I am Sumaya, and my program name is Molecular Biology, Microbiology, and Biotechnology. And it's a 2-year master's program. And I'm from Bangladesh.
I was going to ask that where you're from.
Yeah.
But let's start with how it came to that you needed medical help in Sweden. And yeah, can you share what kind of led you to that?
So the thing is, we all know that how a student life can be, hustle, bustle and everything. So the thing is, during my first year, I also suppose maybe late for the class and need to run a little bit to catch the bus. And I feel like during this time period, I can have a heart attack or my heart can stop. And also suppose we also have a lot of presentation and this kind of stuff. So before the presentation, I have the heavy palpitation and really anxious feelings. So these start creating problem in my studies. And then I thought, because I also have a heart problem when I was in child, but then it was a different kind of problem. I have a heart hole and then it got fixed when I was child. Yeah. But then I thought okay, maybe it's also related to heart and I should take it very seriously. And I am in a new country. So, I should go to the war central or in a hospital and then let them know. So, I will
I imagine
help.
That's really scary. And what you mentioned, the Watson trial, and that's just a healthcare system that is here in Sweden. And it's kind of a lot of different doctors that are in one house, just for the listeners to know.
Yes.
So I imagine this is really scary. You just moved to a new country. Yeah. So can you talk more about how you initially felt with that? And also, what was your first step kind of in getting help with this?
Yeah. So the thing is, as I already mentioned, it started actually hampering my study a lot. Yeah. And then it's actually started affecting even my day-to-day activities.
Yes.
That's why I seek help. And then I thought okay, I need to have a doctor appointment, but how I will do it? Then I just Google a little bit and then I just installed the app, which called 1177. It's a Swedish healthcare system apps. Yeah. And then in that app, you can actually tell the person, hospital personnel, all of your problem. And then if they find it worthy of concern, then they will book an appointment with you. Yeah. So that's the procedure.
So it's just, you didn't turn to anybody else. You just Googled yourself, or did you talk to other people about how to find that information, or was it all kind of searching?
It's actually a lot of searching. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good step, though, that you took matters into the hand and didn't ignore the problem, like maybe others would do at first. Yeah. So you kind of mentioned that through 1177, you then also contacted the doctor or got an appointment? Or how did
so
it go?
in 1177, you need to say all of your problems and you need to actually put all of your problems there as a comment. Otherwise, they will not understand how severe your problem is. So That's the key step. So that's what I did. And then I also mentioned that I have a childhood problem during my, I have a childhood heart problem because I thought like maybe then they will take it very seriously because it can be related to heart. So yeah, that's how
I think I also can say from my experience that maybe sometimes say how serious it is so that they realize that
people actually say it in a very joking way that exaggerate all the things.
Yes, exactly. That's also what I've been hearing. But yeah, so I guess you got a doctor's appointment through that. So how did the doctors respond to kind of what you mentioned with your heart condition and also how was the diagnosis procedure kind of with that?
Yeah. So first, the ward central booked an appointment with me, and then I went into my designated ward central, and then it was in 5th May, actually, previous year 5th May. And then the doctor examined me, he did ECG, he did some X-ray, and then he actually referred me to the Lund University Hospital thoracic department, which is the heart clinic, basically. And then my first appointment in the thoracic department is in 23rd May. So it's actually in the same month.
That's great.
Exactly. And then that hospital again did all the diagnostic things. And then, my cardiologist called me a couple of times and she told me that I have severe aortic stenosis and then how severe it is actually. And maybe I need to change my heart valve in my life, and then if I need to do it now, then which kind of valve I want to transplant and this kind of stuff. And then suddenly on 13th June, she called me and then she told me that she also talked to all of our colleagues and then they decided that my case is pretty severe. That's why they wants to do the heart valve transplant now.
Yeah.
As early as possible. And I thought okay, as early as possible means because at that time summer vacation was also approaching.
That is so scary.
Exactly. So I thought maybe they will do it after the summer vacation. But then she is no, we are actually wants to do it now. Because I think they took it very seriously because it's a heart related issue. And if you have heart problem or if you can have a heart attack or something, then obviously the doctor also took it very seriously because this is a serious issue. Then she, at the same day, she gave me the surgery date and it's, she gave me the surgery date on 13th June and the surgery is in 16th June. So it's just 3 days difference.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and then I received all the information in my 1177 apps. Yeah. So all the information, all the histories, all the report will be in your apps. Yeah, basically. And it's also related to your personal number. So yeah, it's just pretty convenient. And then after hearing all the stuff, what I did is first I haven't told my parents that the thing, but then I went into my study advisor office. Yeah. And then I still remember that, in their office, I was crying and then telling them that, no, I want a master's degree. I don't want to die before having a master's degree. Yeah. So then they told me that, no, you are not going to die. It's very you will survive and we will help you. Don't think about your master's. After the operation, we will also help you, as much as we can. So then I talked to my parents and then I actually kind of reassured them because the hospital itself, Lund University Hospital, is very famous for...
Yes.
Even famous for heart surgery, heart related research and everything. It
is the university hospital and Lund.
Exactly. So I told them that I think it's just the God sign or something like that. It will be best for me. And then, I just did the surgery.
So we can say definitely that the healthcare system reacted really quickly and that you got the help that you needed. And also that in Sweden, I think the advisors are very, they want to make a good experience for you. And also that the studies should not come before health problems and that there are solutions for this. Yeah.
They also told me the same things, actually.
Exactly. I think there's a very good hierarchy about definitely if it's mental or physical problems, they come before the studies. And I think that's a really good thing to keep in mind that to not be scared to also talk to people and study advisors if you feel like you need more help. Or I think that your case shows that very well. So now you talked about how you got the surgery appointment. Now I'm very curious to hear what was your experience actually during the surgery and also after the surgery, since it was in the summer. So yeah, how was that all?
I actually want to say that I am highly impressed because obviously it's a surgery and it's a very big surgery and my parents were not there at the time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the doctor, the cardiologist, the nurse, the physiotherapist, I mean, everybody helped me so much. And they always like take care of me. Even after the surgery, when they discharged me, they give me a shower chair, a rollator, just so, I mean, I can be independent. I don't need anybody's help. And then also they enrolled me in a cardiac rehab center, which is also a gym kind of, which I'm doing still.
Yeah.
So today's morning, I also went into my cardiac rehab gym. So it's really a nice experience. And yeah, they're kind of like really helpful and really warm.
And the surgery went well.
Yeah,
I gather.
The surgery went well. Yeah, exactly. And the like a good thing is after like they open my heart, the cardiologists decide that they don't want to transplant the heart valve, but they kind of like retrieve the heart valve. So which is also great. So yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. So you had a really positive experience, and I'm very happy for you for that. And was there like any problem with the English either? Was it? I think many listeners are usually like very scared of not being understood or needing to speak Swedish to kind of survive here, I guess.
Not really, in my case at least, because I would say like obviously, I mean, Sweden is a Swedish-speaking country. But the thing is, suppose like in my gym also, I'm the only one who is an English speaker. So they also like explained all the things in English just for me. So, I mean, they actually kind of like consider it. I mean, if you are not a Swedish speaker, it's actually not a problem at all.
And also 1177, they do speak English.
Exactly.
You can when you call there, you can click the button for English. So I think... Yeah, in Sweden, it's very...
Yeah, it's I think in Sweden and even in Lund itself, because Lund is like international place. So yeah.
So they're very aware of that there are many English-speaking people here. Continuing. So what was... You talked about like kind of the special arrangements and also support after surgery that you got. Is there anything else that you like would highlight about the rehabilitation?
And I also want to mention one thing, which is... Because when I got to know about that I need to do the surgery, I was immediately thinking about the money and like, because I mean, it's a big surgery. So obviously it's also cost a lot maybe. Then I also talk about it with my study advisor. And then they told me that as a student, you have insurance, health insurance, at least for 1 year, you will have that. But then if you're living here more than 1 year, then obviously you need your personal number too. I mean, if you are a non-EU citizen. So the thing is, if you have your personal number, then you will treat as a Swedish person also got like their treatment in the hospital. And then the thing is, I mean, for a Swedish person, your like maximum spend for healthcare in a year is 1450 krona. So if you exceed the limit, then you will get a free pass. So you don't need to pay after that anymore in that year. So that's really nice. And it's also like for you, for me, I mean, if you are a EU citizen, still you will get this. If you are a non-EU citizen, but have a personal number, then still you also will like have the facility. And also if you exceed 38,000 krona for prescribed medication, then you will also have a free access. So that's really great. So yeah, it will never be like too much amount of money. So in my case, it's also like that. So I just spent like 1,450 crown and then everything.
And then it's cut.
Yeah.
That's so good. And also that it's for international students, it's not a problem.
Yeah, it's not
and once, if you're here for a longer time, you will have a personal identity number once you get here. So I think we can really see that, it's the healthcare costs are also like
affordable,
cared for and avoidable, as you said. And you already touched upon like how your professors and also your study advisor supported you. Is there anything that you how did you kind of experience this in the study context too?
Yeah. I mean, I in my journey, what I feel is, suppose like I was really lagging behind with my studies, and I like started like, because I was super excited before coming here, and then after coming here, it was like all struggle and struggle. But I would say that, I mean, obviously anything can happen with any person at any time.
Yeah.
So I feel like you should be just stay positive, seek help. Suppose like when I have the surgery, my friends are also there for me. So just like try to build connection, try to reach out with people. Whenever like you have any confusion, just go to your study advisor office, because they're just like always there for help you.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then also never be too much stressed. I mean, if you have a problem, then obviously Swedish healthcare system, Lund University is there to help you. So
rather go to your vårdcentralen one time too much than too little, or if there's a serious problem, also on the weekends or the nights, there's a weekend and night vårdcentralen too if yours is closed. So there's I don't think there is a reason to be scared.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
No, but that's so nice that you got so much support from there. And also, if you're as a person don't have much contact maybe to your study advisor, I don't know if everybody is so close, then there's also the student health center.
But I think, I mean, these kind of problem actually create opportunities to be close with your study advisor, because I mean, they're always in their office. So you can just go there anytime and then just ask anything. I mean, they will not be rude at all. So I mean, I would say that you should actually like consult with your study advisor, not only like about your health, but I mean about all the things. And also I want to mention, because before the surgery, I also have an exam and I couldn't like sit for the exam. And then I have re-exam in the summer for that exam. And then when I let the professor know about it, and then he was like, yeah, I mean, we will support you. Don't worry at all. I mean, do you need more time? And I said that, no, I don't need more time. So, I mean, they will be helpful and they will be like understandable. You shouldn't, because I was actually feeling in that way that, no, I mean, I am not doing good in my study, and like, what they will think that, no, I mean, she failed or something like that. But no, it's not like that at all.
I don't think people have to be scared here because of that at all. But I feel like also we often make it worse in our heads in the end than it actually is. But so I think it's like good to highlight that there's definitely multiple people that can be talked to, and I think Lund University has a very good system of having people to talk to and contact people. Yeah, is there anything else you would like to mention now that we've kind of gotten a whole picture of your journey with the healthcare system? Were there maybe any challenges or?
Yes, because I mean, you already like can feel that, I mean, my experience regarding Swedish healthcare system is really nice. But I also have some friends who complain about Swedish healthcare system. So what I realize maybe sometimes like you have problem and maybe you are in pain for that problem. But then the thing is, for a healthcare person, I mean, they obviously will take more seriously, which can like cause death or which is like very severe. Then obviously they will like give more importance to that kind of problem. So maybe in their case, they just felt in that way that why they are not like getting an appointment or like, But I would say that you should try, because I mean, it's not only 1177, because I just mentioned the public healthcare system, but there is also a lot of private healthcare system. You can also like, there is another app which called Cry. So you can also book an appointment there. So, I mean, if you're really in pain, you should just like seek help.
Yes.
So,
And I think I've also had both bad and good experiences. I think usually with the more severe, the better the experience is, because it's taken very serious and there's a very good infrastructure in the healthcare system for that. But I mean, I have also sat 3 hours waiting in a waiting room and nothing really happening after that. But then I've also been in the ER and got like immediate care after 10 minutes of waiting. So it varies. And I think,
but I don't know, I mean, in my case, I just feel, I mean, because all the like even doctor, nurse and everybody, is kind of like angel towards me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, my experience is really great. But as you also say, like, so I know some people's experience really maybe not that much great, but still I would say that, I mean, don't feel disheartened. Just like try to reach out, because I feel like if they really know your severity of pain, then obviously they will help you. Because in my case also, I mean, they didn't think like that I'm just here for like 2 years maybe. I mean, I'm just in a student visa. I mean, because I needed it, and then they just treated me.
Yeah.
So,
And I think the message is, if you feel something's wrong, don't be scared of costs, or don't be scared of like failing your studies or anything. I think rather try to talk to people and try to seek help for that and take it seriously.
Yes.
And there is kind of a security net in the healthcare system that will secure you in your problems. Thank you very much for coming in today. And I think it's a very, very inspiring story, and very happy that you're healthy now.
Yes.
And that everything worked out well.
Yeah. I actually love to share my things today with you.
Yeah. No, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Lund University International Podcast. If you're interested in learning more about Lund University, you can go to our website lunduniversity.lu.se. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and you can chat with current students on Unibuddy. Don't forget to subscribe, and we look forward to bringing you a new episode very soon.